Happy Saturday, Facebook. It's rainy and dreary here, but that's okay. Still a good day. So Michelle Kramer here, coming to you live. And I want to tell you about something new that I'm doing. Ha! Anybody that knows me and knows all of the things that I'm involved in is probably sitting there going, something else? Really, Michelle? I thought you were taking this week to find balance. And it's actually this week that has led me to kind of move into this. So I wouldn't really count myself like an expert in anything. I have a lot of life experience that kind of lends to insight. And I have the ability to kind of process a lot of information really quickly. And I have really strong gut instincts that tend to be correct. And I really feel like God has gifted me with the ability to kind of see a situation a little bit differently than anybody else does. And there's been many times where I've given insight to people on a situation just by listening to them for a few minutes that they didn't really think about before. And it's kind of funny because I was on a flight once coming back from a conference in DC and met a gal from Kansas City who was a nurse there, and we were talking about on angel's wings and things like that, and I was telling her, just kind of how like I'm there for a lot of people and help people through a lot of the grief process, and after a while she's like, it just sounds to me like you've missed your calling as a counselor. And I thought, that's kind of funny because I do kind of do that in a lot of situations with a lot of people. I kind of fall into that role without actually having any training in it. It just kind of tends to be who I am. I have some notes just because I wanted to make sure I said everything that I wanted to say. I've met someone, I'm aware of someone, I think of someone who I greatly admire, who's kind of changed my life, even though we've never actually met. Her name is Ann Voskamp, and you'll find me sharing some of her stuff occasionally from her Facebook page. She wrote the book 1,000 Gifts, and it literally changed my life. What's up, Tatum? How you doing, girl? And she's no therapist, but she takes her life experiences and the things that she's learned, and she teaches other people from what she's learned. And let me tell you, she's had some hard life lessons, but I mean, she just finds a way to apply it to everybody's life. And she doesn't have a degree. She's a farmer's daughter. She's a farmer's wife. She's got gobs of kids that she homeschools. I mean, she lives out in the middle of nowhere. And she's become this, author, this women's minister, this woman, she goes to women's conferences and speaks, and she's just beautiful and poetic. And, so much of what she does still to this day, really impacts me, even though I read her book 4 years ago. So she takes her life lessons that the Lord gives her and shares them with others in a raw and vulnerable way. And I just kind of been thinking all week, and I'm like, I really want to do something like that. That's where my passion lies. And you see that through On Angel's Wings, and you see that, thanks, Tatum. You're really sweet. I see that with my business, because I do health and wellness, and I see that Tatum, who's, commenting right there, I've known her for a really long time because I've done, work with kids at church and watched these kiddos grow up into young adults. And, I've had these experiences with gals in, college, which was when I struggled the most. And God has put, girl after girl in my life who's struggling in her early 20s. And I've been able to give her something I never had because I understand what she's going through. So it's just these opportunities continue to fall in my path. So I thought, hey, Bernie, right. And then, hey, there's Bernie right there. And I worked with Weight Watchers for a while because of my passion to help people and to be there for people and to coach people. And I've even become friends with people that I met through that because, they sometimes still come to me for advice. So I just feel like my life is leading me on this direction where I want to help people live abundantly. That's kind of been my theme for these Facebook Lives this year, and that's kind of been, abundance has been the word that God gave me, but I didn't really understand where he was going with this in the grand scheme of things. But I just really feel like through the prayer and the thought process as this week and just trying to figure things out, like that's what he wants me to do. He wants to help others to live abundantly as well. So I have kind of decided I'm going to be a self-proclaimed life and health coach. It's crazy to me, but that's what I want to do. That's where I want all of my passions. I'm still going to keep doing on Angel's Wings. I'm still going to keep, taking my products and doing that business, but that's part of the health side of it. I think everything that I'm doing is fully encompassed in becoming a self-proclaimed life and health coach. I want to help people live abundantly, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And I'm still, like I said, I'm not an expert in anything, but I do have the ability to take life experiences and reapply them, and things that I learn, and I'm always researching and studying and trying to figure out things. And my Gallup Strengths test, my number one is input. Like when I'm passionate about something, I want to know all the information, and then strategic is another, and I can instinctively take them. Okay. That's the thing though. I'm not looking to get paid for it. I'm still going to keep doing the things that I'm doing. I feel like this is the title that encompasses everything. I'll never have all of the answers. I'm not going to go get a degree somewhere. I don't know. You may sit there thinking I'm totally full of myself in this, and I'm sorry if you do, because anybody that knows me, that really knows my heart, knows that's not the case at all. I'm just passionate about helping people, and I'm tired of being driven or being motivated by success. I just want to be motivated by my passion, and so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm moving into this as a title for myself, I guess you could say. My heart is simply to help people, and I just really think that this is where it's going. So stick around, I guess. You'll be seeing a lot more of me on these Facebook Lives. I'm going to be raw, and I'm going to share my life lessons in hopes, of helping you glean something from them. Just like, I don't know, I saw somebody talking about naps the other day and how she didn't even feel good after her nap, and I was like, hey, there's a topic for me. Because I know I've researched it, so I know some information about how to nap best. I mean, it's silly, but that's part of being a health coach, is helping people with things like that. So Michelle Kramer here, life and health coach. So weird, but you'll see that is now what I've put on my Facebook as one of my jobs. And if you've got any topic ideas, like if you have seen me talk about something, or some things that I've been through, and I didn't mean to hit the thing. You've got, like Michelle's got some life lessons to teach me, or whatever. Like if you're curious about anything health-wise, spiritual, mental, emotional, whatever, throw it in a comment below, and I'll add it to my list of topics. So be looking early next week for, I'll probably start doing topic series and be more focused in that. So look early next week for my first topic series to kind of launch. And let me know what you think of this whole idea in the comments. That'd be awesome. I would love your support and encouragement as I kind of move into this. So everybody have a wonderful weekend.